Right, the problem starts here. Turning off up to the Kendon Hill at Crumlin. Come over the bridge. Old Diego sat-nav goes bonkers because directly ahead now you've got 18 tons weight limit. They panic, they turn. So as they take the turn, they think, ooh, sat-nav says, Jordan, turn right. So, ignoring this nice, pretty Sputnik signs, as the council calls them, they turn right and they decide to go up the hill. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty bloody steep hill. This is the point where I'm taking most of my pictures. I live over here on the right. Now, God knows what must be going through their minds as they're coming up here. Over here onto the left now you've got a primary school. The hill gets steeper and steeper. Now up they go. They must truly be bricking themselves coming up here. This is normally on a damp day where they spin out and lose control. And they just can't get up here. This is where they've had to be recovered from. Still the satellite navigation is telling them to carry on up here. Carry on up through the houses. Now it gets interesting, turns into a narrow track. Worded signs saying unsuitable for heavy goods vehicles. What a clever idea, because Mr. Jordan Borgen is going to fully understand that one, isn't he? But what part of stupid do you have to be to ignore the fact you're now on a single track road, overhanging trees, it's getting narrower and twistier as you go. Now this makes the road going down into Branstons look very simple. And yet still, they carry on coming up and down through this lane. Instead of going around the new bypass that they built specifically for bringing lorries up to the industrial estate when they put in the weight restriction on the Kendon Hill. Now, as we come down the other side, you see the road opening out again. And right in front of us now, we got the industrial estate, which is their destination. Now, coming the other way, they turn off from the industrial estate. Satellite, again, another sign, unsuitable for heavy goods. A lot of bloody use that is in there to our foreign visitors. But at what point, now, I haven't gone 50 yards. Do you think to yourself, I'm not reversing back, I'm going to push on through. My satellite is always right. I mean, what's the matter with them? I mean, look at it. Would you really want to be coming up through here in a 44-ton articulated lorry? I know I bloody wouldn't, and I get to go some places. Must be a bit like being a co-op driver. As you can see, really not suitable. I just thought I'd do this video to demonstrate to all the people that see me whinging on Facebook about another dickhead how much of a dickhead these dickheads really are. Because to be quite honest with you, I find it bloody astounding the fact that they keep doing it. Now we probably get 3, maybe 4 Arctics a week up and down here. You might say that's not a lot. But look at it, really? Did he not ever learn? Now the ones who are just coming down from the top, they must think, oh great, it's opened out now. Yeah, we're on a winner. Win-win, chicken dinner, we're heading home. And then they come round the bend and they think, oh bloody hell, it's getting steep. So they come on down the hill, getting steeper and steeper. At this point, their brakes must be starting to stink. You can see in relation to the buildings how steep this hill is. Again now, their brakes will be burning. You've now reached the point where the school is on the right, and we're just hoping and praying that nothing ever happens with these kids. And again, the road is so narrow, vehicles have to park on the pavement, because if they park on the road, you wouldn't even get other cars up and down it. And yet, Mr. Dickhead Jorgen Borgendorgen seems to think it's still a bloody clever idea to come up it. Well, there you go. That's my video. You see why I'm such a moaning git. Alright, catch you later.